This video is a rundown of my trip to Play Nashville. I sat down to record the recap, but I kind of forgot to explain why I was at Play in the beginning. I was there for a viewing party. It's already up right now, so you should go check it out and subscribe to Play, go support them. And now let's go back to Jack on camera and just jump around a lot chronologically. Hello everyone, I promise that Eddie Munson poster in the background is supposed to be ironic. It was one of my favorite trips I've had in a while, just such a surreal experience all around. So I started out the trip by driving to LA. I live on like the outside of LA. It's like, I always say LA, but it's not actually LA. And I go to hang out at Amanda's house. If you didn't know, it was me, Amanda, and Nita who were on this trip together. I love these two to death. They are some of my closest friends in this community, and I wouldn't be here in this community if it wasn't for them. They keep my enjoyment up. They keep me wanting to create. They're just such great people.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. We made it to Amanda's. The address is...
No.
To LAX.
Yes, we are gonna hop onto the plane at LAX. We're gonna do the opposite of Party of the USA. We're gonna go from LAX to Nashville.
Did she start off in Nashville?
It's because she hopped off the plane at LAX. It's definitely not a Nashville party.
Oh my god.
So after we hang at Amanda's place for a while, we then go to the airport, take an Uber, and that Uber ride, I just wanted to say really quick, was a weird one. The guy who picked us up, he missed like 5 turns in a row, like on purpose, like intentionally, and I genuinely thought we were getting kidnapped. I know I don't want to be like one of the story time, like over exaggerating, but it felt like we were in danger almost. I sat in the front seat, they were in the back seat talking about drag stuff, and I'm like, maybe he doesn't like drag very much, but it was just, he was trying to beat the traffic or just constantly be driving. He didn't want to be stuck in traffic. So that's why he missed so many turns, but he was going fast. It was just like a weird vibe. And those weird vibes didn't really stop because when we got to the airport to check in at the kiosk, turns out our flights were a little messed up. I don't want to bore you with the details, but basically we had to come back the next day because our flights were messed up. But the next day it was actually at 5:30 in the morning and it was like 11 o'clock at night when we got to the airport. So I was a little bit exhausted mentally. Here we actually had to split up from Amanda because her ticket was correct. So she had to get on that flight to Nashville while me and Nidu had to go back from the airport. It was a mess, to be honest.
Hi guys.
Hi.
We're one Amanda short. There was a little mishap with the tickets. And now we're getting a new flight at 5:30 in the morning. I said a white RAV4. That is a black Toyota Camry.
Oh, white. Okay. What about that? That is white?
That is gray.
Okay.
This is what it's like to hang out with Nidu. Well,
I'm bad with cars. Okay, I don't know anything about cars.
but do you not know colors?
I mean, I know colors, but...
We'll check back in.
The silver lining though, and something that I'm very happy that I actually got to do, was hang out with Cornbread. This is kind of out of left field for people who don't follow me on Twitter. Go follow me if you don't over there. Me and Cornbread interact a lot. We have a really fun relationship going online. I mean, I met her at DragCon, but aside from that, that was about it. Before this, we texted, shared nice messages, always said, oh, we need to hang out, but it never really happened. But I was dropping Nidu back off at their place because they were gonna rest before our 5:30 flight, and I joked around saying, oh, maybe I'll just text Cornbread and see what she's up to. And then Nidu was like, oh yeah, why don't you? And I'm like, well, I was joking. And then they were like, no, you should. And I'm like, actually, no, I will do that. So I texted her, lo and behold, it was one of her off weeks, and I got to hang out with her, and it was just amazing. The more responsible idea would have been to go back home and sleep, but I was instead up at a ballroom class with some of the most talented people I have ever seen. So in exchange for our flights getting changed, I got to hang out with Cornbread and go to an amazing ballroom performance, and it honestly became the highlight of my month so far. But at about 2 a.m., I said goodbye to Cornbread and then went back to pick up Nidu and then went back to the airport. The half white side of me made me want to get to the airport super early, so by the time we got through the gates, we had about an hour to spare, and I ended up just sleeping on the floor for a little bit because I was so delusional and tired. Delirious, delusional, you get it.
So my hangout with Cornbread went great. I'm so tired. So tired, but we made it to the airport. There's Nidu.
Hi.
And now we're waiting for the flight. And we have a layover in Dallas. And then we'll be there. Do I look tired?
But we do get on the flight, I then fell asleep again, and then we landed in Dallas for a layover.
We made it to our layover in Dallas. I'm still very exhausted, but I got Whataburger and it was okay. Not the best, but it was fine. We'll update when in Nashville.
We hop back on the plane, land in Nashville, and then immediately get to our hotels to sleep for a couple hours before our viewing party that night.
Yeah, we landed in Nashville and now I'm in the hotel and I'm going to shower and rest. It's like 3 right now, and then we're going to
get to play around like 6:15 or something, 5:45, 6:15, and I'm gonna meet all the queens. I'm gonna vlog all that. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I need to tell you guys about play. Play is literally next level. Oh my god. Literally looks like I'm getting interrogated.
Hello. So I just did my little makeup, and I showered and I took a nap, and now I'm getting picked up in around 15 minutes to go to the club. I'm so excited. For those who don't know what play is, it is like a next level version of a drag club or a gay club. What play's main thing is the performers that perform there. So a lot of gay clubs have like, you know, regular performers who do like a show or like a couple shows a week. But what play does is like sign the girls on with contracts to be a playmate, which is like a top-notch performer. It is a very high caliber thing. They have people like flown out to be performers here. It is literally insane. The system that they have for it also is like next level when it comes to like the performances. You know, other clubs, they'll do a couple performances in like, you know, an hour or two. Play, go, 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 go. Like, it is such a system. It is so like well put together. It's really crazy. And the thing is, the people who come to play and people who like frequent it, or they just like come for like one time, they come to see the local girls a lot of the time. They come to see the playmates. They get people from the show almost every week, so people come to see them. But like tonight, if there isn't a queen from the show and instead there's a weird YouTuber there, there's still gonna be people there to watch the playmates because of how just good the performers are. And a lot of the time, the people who are supporting these performers don't even really watch Drag Race or aren't as big into it. They support the playmates because they're the entertainers of Nashville. Nashville is like one of the big like bridesmaid capitals of the world, and I think that drag shows, they're really big right now. So they a lot of the bridesmaids are like, oh, let's go to a drag show for like, you know, our bachelorette party or whatever. I haven't really heard of any club like Play. There's probably some that are out there, and obviously Amanda has really like skewed my perception of things, but everything that I know about it is so unique, and it's really just, like I've been saying, next level. So it's really insane that I was invited here. Literally last week, Plastique was here, and now it's me. Me and Nito and Amanda who are gonna be on that stage. You know, like, is there no budget this season? Like, what? I bring myself down with these things. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know if it's humbling, but at the same time, it's like, it's just cool. It's really cool that I'm here and they wanted me here. And they're gonna be posting our viewing party. Please, they're trying to start up a lot of social media stuff. They're a top tier club and they're very, very well known, but by getting online, it's going to like double down on how big and established they are. You'll see more as we go on with the night, but for right now, I'm just gonna mentally prepare.
Right before the viewing party, one of the managers gives us a tour of the place. It is gigantic. I get lost still. Half of the place is called Play, while the other half is called Tribe. It's like a bar club hybrid. There is just so many rooms. It is amazing. We're back together.
We made it! We're finally reunited! I'm so sorry.
So we're in, is this
This is the dance floor.
of Tribe?
Of Play.
This is Play's dance floor.
With the lights on, which is unique because most people don't ever get to see with the lights on. So you're giving exclusive access.
Yeah, to all the, that's bad. A couple dance floors, a whole showroom for the queens. You honestly have to see it to believe it. Then we go backstage and I finally get to meet one of my favorite people in the world, Arson. We've been talking online forever. She's a really close friend of Amanda and I just love her to death. And she's also a playmate, one of the most talented performers I know, so we got to see her perform that night. It's so amazing. But before those performances, we had the viewing party, and honestly, I blacked out. It was really fun up there, but I feel like I didn't get comfortable until like the 40-minute mark, and if you didn't know, that's the end of the episodes. If we were on 60-minute episodes, I feel like I could have eased myself in a little more, but by the time Aura was getting her win, I was just starting to like get there. But we had a lot of fun questions asked. It was a full crowd. Not all of them were there to see us, but we had a lot of supporters, and again, thank you guys if you came out. Genuinely, seeing people there to see me and cheer me on, it's such a humbling experience, and there's really nothing like it in this world. We got to see all the queens perform. Of course, I tipped everyone. I tipped Arson $20 because I just love her that much. And we got to go backstage to talk to the queens, who are just the sweetest people in the world.
And this is Arson. She's not on Drag Race yet, but she will be.
Oh boy, I hope not.
Wait a minute.
At around midnight or 1 a.m., we head back to our hotel and I pass out completely. It was one of the best sleeps I've gotten in a while, but we couldn't sleep for too long because we had a drag brunch in the morning. I'm saying that it was like 1 p.m. when the drag brunch was, so I could sleep for a while. When I tell you this drag brunch was packed, oh my God, it was full to the brim. We made it to drag brunch. Amanda.
I'm so excited!
We ate the food. It was delicious. It was so good. And now we're waiting for the performances. You can probably not hear me. I'm gonna have to subtitle this. There are parties upon parties upon parties, all there to celebrate random things, bachelorette parties, birthdays, just to have fun. The vibes are honestly so great, and one of my favorite queens who works at Play, Deception or Dee, she puts on the best show for these crowds. She is just so warm, so welcoming, so funny. If she's like your introduction to drag, you are doing it right. At one point, one of my other favorite queens, Sasha, during her performance, she forced me to come up on stage and walk to the end of the runway and then shake a little bit, and I was so embarrassed but also just stunned, but it was a really good time. After that, we chilled out for a little bit. I got a really sad picture. I was sitting alone in the VIP. So stupid. And then we hopped on the drag bus. Oh my god, it was genuinely the most fun I've had in a while. I love drag performances in general, but when you put it on a moving bus with a bunch of drunk people and everyone's just dancing and having a good time, the vibes are just like unmatched. They played the best music on the bus, everyone outside was dancing, everyone was just getting infected with the energy. So fun. If there's one attraction at Play that you need to hit, it would be the bus. And what's great is we actually got to ride it twice. In between, we got Nashville hot chicken. It was so delectable, so good. And then we drove around Nashville just for a little bit, listening to drag music, good vibes.
Atlantic deep, my loots I keep. Sink my bling bling, bye-bye ring. Treasure chasing, danger facing. Baby, you're drowning, frozen, frowning. Honey, your heart, why so cold? That's hot, melt like gold. Clubbing in our juicy crew. Love me, Angel Lucy. Hiya!
We got to hop on the bus again, and Arson joined us, and the two queens who were hosting, Virginia and Tracy, they are so funny. I love them. I love them.
Oh God, where's our next group?
Hi, babe.
Here we are! We work with these assholes. Give it up for them. Yeah. This is, I forgot your name, I'm so sorry. Jack. What? Jack. Jack, oh, I should have remembered that. Give it up for Jack! Yeah.
After that, we went back to Play, saw some more performances. We got to see the princess perform, who was on season 4, and she is just a talent. Her performance was just like signature drag to me, one of my favorite things I witnessed all weekend. She also hosts the viewing parties. She is just such a warm energy, so welcoming, and I miss her. I miss her a lot. After that, we go back to the hotel for a late night chat. I actually don't get any sleep. Sometimes I get like travel anxiety and it keeps me up, so we were up until like 2, and then I think we had to be at the airport at like 6 or something, so I ended up just staying up the whole time. But it was honestly so worth it because I got to talk to some of my favorite people in the world for a long time. We get to the airport, get to our flight to go back home, and now we're going through security. Say bye. Bye. And then we're sitting in the terminal for an hour and a half. This was so random. It was a Spirit flight, so you can't expect too much. There were also kids around us screaming and crying, and it's just like a textbook what you don't want for a flight. But eventually it ended up being okay. We got back to California and the trip was a success. Being able to travel with some of your favorite people and going into a setting of pure queer joy and entertainment, it's just the best. Having people come out to see you and support you when you're like a micro celebrity is so surreal. Again, like I said, it's just humbling. It's just such a crazy trip to me. And honestly, I don't think it's gonna be the last. I have a lot of exciting things that I wanna do this year. I cannot wait to do them. I'm so excited to show you guys. And I just wanna say thank you to Play once again. Honestly, I just see myself as a college student who likes to edit and make videos and talk about a show that he loves. And for Play to recognize that and bring me out, it's just really cool. So for me, I've hyped them up a lot in this video, and it's for good reason. Please go support them on all their socials. If you haven't watched the viewing party that we did, please go watch that. Go follow them on TikTok, Instagram. If you're ever in the Nashville area, please go support them. I really hope I can do this again in some form. It was just such an amazing trip. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon with another viewing party. I don't know.
And we're out. We did it.
We did it!
One last time we did it. It was so fun.
We'll be back again.
I hope
I'll
so.
be back next week.
Subscribe to Play. Subscribe to me. Love everyone. See you soon with another video. I don't know if this is actually my sign out, but yeah.